back to On the Couch. On this couch, our question is it okay for parents and teachers to still beat children? What do you guys think?
Yeah, to answer that, there's a video that have been going on Facebook, let me say social media,
social media.
Where the teacher, I don't know, it was like an assembly, how we do our assembly in back there in Nigeria, where the teacher was standing and student, like especially it was girls, I think it's like a girls' school. Girls were coming and he was mercilessly beating them, and they are coming and beating. For me, I feel it's really, really not correct at all. I've always been against parents beating their children. Talk more of teachers who don't even know how they even give birth to those children and they're beating them. Like, I can give myself as an instance. When I was growing up, I was very stubborn. When my father say, don't do this, I will do it. When I come home, he will beat me. The next day, I'm still doing the same thing. So I would say it did not correct me.
So growing up, they were actually beating
you. They were beating me and saying, don't do this, I will do it. They'll beat me, I will still do it. So it did not correct me. So if anyone would say that beating actually helps or correct people, for me it didn't work for me, and I believe that a lot of people didn't work for them.
So it wasn't okay then and it isn't okay now?
And right now it's not, and I will never beat my children.
Yeah, I feel like beating is like really, I don't even know how to put it. I think it's too much because some people actually flog with frustration. I feel like when some parents or teachers especially beat a kid, it's not necessarily about the crime that they committed or the thing they did wrong. Okay, good and fine, you're trying to make this child learn a lesson. You want them to take corrections for what they've done. But then you flog them so harsh, like they're not humans. You flog them with so much anger, with so much energy, which is wrong, which is the problem we're trying to face. Because, I mean, if you're just going to hit your child like a little bit, I mean, stop that. It's okay, it's decent. But when you're flogging with weapons, slippers, iron, everything, then it's too much because then you're not even correcting the child. You're going to make this child resent you, hate you, and then they actually think, okay, what did I just do? Did I deserve to be flogged like this? It's actually too much. That's what we're trying to avoid. We're not saying it's okay for people to beat, but then there's a certain extent that it's normal. It depends on your child. If you understand that your child will not learn if you speak to them, and then you know that if you hit them this way, they will not like it, then it's okay. But obviously, with societal changes, we've seen that nowadays people don't hit their children anymore. Like me, when I was growing up, they beat me. But now, when I come back home and I see what my siblings would do, my younger ones, and my mom would just say, "Oh, okay, don't do this. You're frustrating me." I'll say she could just speak, and then she'll say how upsetting what you did was, and that'll just be it. And I'm like, wow, I would do less than this, and you will beat the hell out of me. So you see, people are trying to change. We're trying to develop because we want to be able to have a relationship with our kid where they understand that this is where we're coming from, not just trying to beat them all the time and thinking that, oh, I want to beat you so that you will learn. Because if I don't beat you, you will not actually think about the right thing to do. Because in the end, some kids don't learn. Beating them just push them away from you, and then what do you gain? Nothing.
Yeah. I think at a certain age that beating is allowed, and then beating to a certain extent. You know, there's beating to correct your child, but then there's beating that's just wow. You know, when you beat your child to the extent that their bones swells up,
all your frustration, you're pouring.
You know, you pour it on the child. The one you beat the child, and the child's bleeding up and down, things like that. Growing up, I was beat. They beat.
I think it's almost everyone. Well, not everyone, because I can't speak for everyone, but a lot of people actually. Because if you missed it in your house, you're going to go to some school where your teacher will beat, or maybe students.
Like that video.
But I don't know why that video. Like
you guys have valid points, though. You guys have made very, very, very valid points. In the case of Jacob, in which in the assembly ground, in which they were mercilessly or ruthlessly beating the student, that one is totally wrong. It's totally wrong. I wouldn't ever support that, because beating, like everybody has agreed, is a form of correction. If you do it with love, maybe I don't know.
Love.
Yeah, you can correct a child with love. You can beat a child with love. He knows that. What I'm beating you for is because you took a piece of meat from the soup. That's why I'm correcting you. And I've caught you doing this like the 10th time now. And I've spoken to you. Don't do this again. It's wrong. The Bible says we shouldn't steal. Maybe if you eat this what your dad ate. But I've told this to you. I've told this to you 9 times, and this is the 10th time, and I'm catching you doing the same thing. You are spoiling whatever is the food. So I think if you actually explain to the child before you beat him, like, I'm beating you this to correct you. This is like, don't do it again. Then you beat him with love. You correct him with love, because the Bible says what? Spare the rod and do what?
And spoil the child.
The Bible did not say what type of rod.
No,
You also have to be flogged.
Maybe take it by face value. Use the normal rod and let's see. Spend the normal rod. Take it by face value. Since the Bible didn't specify the rod, take it by face value.
Okay.
So correct the child with love. That's just it.
Talking about school flogging, yeah. We've all heard the saying that if you're a Roman, act like a Roman. You go to a school, you know these are the rules. They set down the rules because they want you to abide by them, because they feel these rules will actually help you become a better person. Then you, in your superior wisdom at your young age, decide, okay, they said school resumes by 8, everybody must be in school by 7:45. I'm going to get to school by 8:05. If you are being flogged for that, there's nothing wrong.
Nothing.
Wait, I understand there's a
Flogged with
limit.
love.
There's a limit to
To everything.
flogging, yeah. But if there's a certain rule, if even God does it, this is the rule. If you disobey, you get your judgment.
Yeah.
You get your judgment.
I
Yes, God cannot flog us.
I think
God
we
cannot
said
flog
earlier
us.
there should be a restriction. It
There
should
should
be
be-
restricted
there
to
should-
punishment. So what's
There
flogging?
should be restricted punishment, and in certain cases there should be restricted amount of cane. Yeah,
Okay.
they can flog, and they should mind how they flog it.
Alright.
I'm not talking about flogging a child on his neck, on his
No,
neck.
because
Yeah.
there's some
It's
very
just-
hideous
almost
stuff like
yeah,
back of their
the
calf
calf
or whatever.
muscle.
You're not even allowed to
Some
flog
people
them.
under
You're
their
not even
feet.
allowed to flog
It's
your number.
ridiculous.
I've seen all this kind of stuff.
We are not monsters here, alright? All of us admonish the act of flogging a child by this muscle, the struggling. Yeah, or flogging the child in the back. Some girls, they see they can't
Their
flog you.
bum.
So, yeah, in the back. No, bum is soft, like.
No, it's not that.
Girl, you don't put a girl in the
I'm
box.
talking about guys.
Wait, forgive me.
I'm talking about guys. Guys
Talking
are allowed
about
to
high
hit them, hit them in the
school,
bum.
high
Come
school.
on, where else will you do it?
But talking about high school, sometimes you girls are just, wow, you're outrageous. They also flog you on your hand. Sir, no, they don't flog me on my hand. They just flog me on my mouth. No, sir, they don't flog me on my hand. Why do they not flog you?
They shouldn't flog her.
Why?
Oh, the one
She has
who-
broken the rule. She has to pay.
But there are other ways. That's why there are things such as what detention.
I'm not
Do you
saying- I'm not
understand?
saying
In a
they flog
country,
them every
in
time,
some countries,
yeah.
in most, like I don't believe that it's okay for school to hit a child. You cannot hit my child. If I brought my child to your school, if my child disobeys you, there are so many things. There's expulsion if it's so bad.
Suspension.
Detention.
Even if it has to
Do you
contrast.
understand? Like I'm sorry, but where I grew up in South Africa, it is very wrong. A student can actually take you to the police for flogging them. The highest you can do is hit a child here with a chalkboard duster. And if you hit that child too much, and it's something that the child is complaining tomorrow, you're in
Okay,
trouble.
see, one of the reasons why everyone is accepting flogging here is because
We turn out alright.
we all grew up in Nigeria, right, where parents are beating us to go to school.
Parents even bring you to school for them to
Yeah,
flog.
they bring you to school for them to flog. See, I don't believe in that. I strongly believe that flogging does not change anything. First, let me tell you. See, flogging distance
Depends on the
children
kid.
from their
Depends on the
parents.
kid.
Listen, flogging distant parents from their children. Okay, if you take it to the school, a teacher is supposed to be like, okay, I'm taking my child to school means that I'm taking it to another person who is supposed to be like a parent to the child. you
Guide.
understand? Like, yeah, to guide the
Guide,
child.
yeah.
And if I take my child to school where the child is supposed to be guided on a lot of stuff and is being flogged, what happened? The distance is still there, and maybe the child comes back home and still beating the child. There's this distance. Now, for example, a girl child, there are certain things that girl children are supposed to be telling their parents, like a lot of stuff, like even time for menstruation and other stuff that you need to buy. They have to tell. So if a child is beaten, how do you expect the child to like? Go
I
back?
understand what he's saying.
They are
I
afraid.
understand
They are
what he's
afraid. They
saying.
are really afraid of their parents. Actually, you know
It's not
what I'm
afraid. There's no usual connection.
You know what's
with
so
African parents and
weird?
their kids.
You
No.
know
Exactly,
what's so
exactly,
weird?
exactly.
I saw this thing where what was it? A child, a little 7-year-old girl was raped by this older guy, and
Yeah.
afterwards her parents beat her so that she could tell them who raped her. Now, okay, yeah, like it's just to me, honestly, it just seems a little. I'm not going to say it's wrong or right, because I don't feel like I'm in the position to tell any parents how to discipline their child, because I feel like that's very weird territory to go into. I just feel like you have to like we're human beings for a reason. We have like tactical brains. There are other ways you can tell your child not to do something.
Exactly.
Like think outside the box. You know,
Exactly.
we're not just limited to physical means. And I don't want my child to feel like any problem that they, you know, encounter in life
Like
that
I
can
said
only
earlier.
be solved through physical.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, backing up what you're saying, like you should know when to hit your child. You should know how to hit your child, and you should know there's an age. I'm sorry, but there's a certain age that when a child like gets to, I don't think
'Cause
it's
it
right
doesn't
for you
work
to hit them
anymore.
because you're trying to like prepare this child to go into the world, right? So if you are hitting this child and this child finally gets afraid of you, the worst thing is when your child is not comfortable telling you anything or opening up to you. Do you understand? And if you keep on hitting this child will find comfort in the arms of a stranger.
Yeah,
Do you
who's
understand?
here giving
And at
him
the end
love.
of the day, that's the person that's going to be telling that child what is right and wrong. And the child might be dying inside and will not be telling you what's going
That's where
on.
molestation
I also
comes
think-
in.
I
There are a
think
lot
it
of people
also-
have been molested
Because
in
of
the country
that.
because of this kind of stuff.
I also think it depends on how you do it. Like a lot of them said to,
Yeah.
I think it depends on how you do it. Like if it's like, okay, like someone else, I don't remember who said, okay, I'm explaining to you, this is, maybe you first do it like you're not trying to physically hurt or maim a child, you know? You don't want to leave any lasting marks or whatever, and then you explain to them why afterwards. Because to me, like my mom, her beating us was a joke. It was even sometimes we'll pretend to cry just to, you know, so she could stop. It was literally a joke. She was so soft and stuff. But like we got the point because she didn't hurt us, but in a way we still got the point. She's not happy about this. Matter of fact, she doesn't even enjoy doing this to us.
I have a question, but you see, the thing is, with kids, it's optional to
Yeah,
get
it's
the
optional.
point. Some of them don't care.
No, I'm saying,
Beat
you know,
me
in
now,
that situation, they
okay.
didn't hurt me, you know,
Okay.
they didn't hurt me. It was more so, I even felt like it was punishment for her, not for us, you know, in a way. So it's almost not even beaten. It's more like, and you know what was so effective for my mom talking?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear her talk for too long. She'll talk for 30
Easy.
minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. That one was even better.
See,
I was tired. I would never do that thing again.
I want to like say something little about what she said about it depends on age and all this kind of stuff. Actually, I'm trying to wonder which age should be right.
It's appropriate.
Yeah, it should be appropriate for you to beat your child.
When a
Now,
child-
for example, now,
Children are learning.
like let me tell you
process.
something about a child. The psychology of a child is that I am growing up. I came to this world. I want to explore. I want to see what this world is all about. You
There's
understand?
an age
But let me
that
finish.
when-
Let me finish. Like I want to explore. I want to see what this world is all about. You understand? Now, for me, I'll give myself as an example. When I was growing up, I wanted to know a lot. You understand? If my father should tell me that, okay, my school was just a stone throw and it's walkable distance. So if you finish from school, come home immediately. And then I was wondering like, why should I do that? Is there anything wrong? Okay, I want to go out and stay longer time and see what's going on. Why is it like that? Because my other brothers could finish from school and they go somewhere and they come back late and no one say anything. So why is my case different? Do you understand? So children growing up, they want to learn a lot of stuff. You understand? That's why a lot of things you need to it should be step by step. You understand? Even from sex education, how to stuff, how to step by step, you have to explain to them, how to know. So beating them is like, what is wrong? In fact, even make them want to do that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
No,
They
it
want to
depends
do
on
that.
the child.
Now,
Don't
see,
say that. It depends on the
let me
child.
see. Let me
Yeah,
just
depends
land.
on
Let me
the
just
child.
land. Now, if you beat a child because the child went to the neighbor's house, you understand? He came back and said, where were you? I was in the neighbor's house. You understand? You beat the child. The next day, the child will look for a better way of going to that neighbor's house that you won't find out.
Not even
Jacob,
that.
you were
No,
talking
that's
about
just
some
different. I mean,
exploration.
You cannot generally
Talking about
speak
some
for
exploration
everyone.
in which
In most cases, see, I'm using myself as an example, and I believe most of you seated here, it happened to you.
No, Jacob,
And
actually-
anybody that will listen to what we are saying right now, it happened to the person.
Actually, Jacob, in list of the cases, this is what happens. Truly.
Yeah.
In
But-
list
but-
of the
but-
cases,
but-
it's in list of the cases.
So what
And
did
besides,
you
we're
turn out
fine,
finding?
because
talking
Because
about
we learn.
some
We
exploration.
learn.
All right, I know children are curious. Their minds
And
like
it
a
doesn't
sponge.
necessarily mean that you learn from your parents. You know that,
Children's-
right?
Yeah, children's minds
Yeah.
are like a sponge. Like they want to like soak so much information and experience. Like they want to like experience things. I totally agree with you. But then there are some explorations that will lead to their death. A child will want to. But look,
Come on, so all the things you did.
Yeah, I
to
agree
let
with
them.
you.
my
I
elder
agree with
brother,
I agree with him on that. But you must not beat them to correct them.
my elder brother, right?
You can tell them.
My elder brother will go and lie
Especially
on the
so
lie on the middle of the road
Uh-huh.
until he hears the car coming. That's when you start to run.
Also, is it beating him that will change that? You can
Yeah,
tell him.
This is an exploration.
So that was just on extreme
This is
cases.
an
Come
exploration
on. Some
that
people,
will
all
lead
they
to
had to
death.
do was
And
turn
right-
on the TV.
And-
No, you have to think it's actually.
No, this is
it's
an
like,
expression.
it's
Just let me
actually-
finish, please. This is an
Okay.
expression that will lead to his death. And you keep like my mom have told him, don't go and lie on the road. And he was very stubborn. He go and lie on the road like this. The son will beat him until he hears the car coming down. You sort of run. Like, don't do this. It's dangerous. You will die. Don't do this. Until they had to beat him. They beat him, and they beat him with love. My mom,
No,
when
but
she was
it's
beating him,
actually wait.
when my
They don't
mom was
say
correcting
that.
me,
They
Please,
don't
I wanted
say
to
that.
say how they beat someone.
Yeah,
that
No,
was
no,
really
no,
here.
but it's
Yeah.
actually with love. I don't want to say
It's
that.
I didn't want him to
See,
finish
see.
saying
I
how
can
they
show
beat
you
someone.
some-
No.
I'll finish it.
So was she crying as she was beating
My
him or
mom
something?
gave birth to, like, she gave birth to him, of course, gave birth to all of us.
Okay.
There's no how, and she was very loving, truly. She is very loving, not even more. She is still very loving.
Okay.
There's no how she will beat him to hurt him. I
No,
don't believe that.
but look, there's some African parents. Let's talk about the
Some-
majority. What we
some-
see,
yeah,
some
but
people
most-
say,
most
"I
of
gave
them-
birth to you, I can kill you." Some people say,
Exactly,
"I will
they
beat
say
you,
that.
cry
They always say
blood."
that.
Some
They
will
will
say,
say,
"I
I
will
will beat
I
you
didn't kill
and
my
nobody
parents.
will come.
I didn't
Exactly,
kill my
no
parents.
one
Can
will
I
see
kill
that.
you?"
But now I feel the government should put a law that
They
no one
are,
should beat them.
they are only saying that.
don't like
They are only saying that.
But you
It's
see the
only a small
outcome. Do you see
percentage
the outcome?
of,
Some
only a small
people actually
percentage
beat.
of parents that will beat their children to death. Although let me not.
Do you
let me
know
not say
the
it doesn't
small
happen.
percentage? Do you know
Just
the
a small percentage.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't say that.
I'm just saying that
You
beating
can't say
is
that.
the
I feel like it's
Yeah.
the
My
majority
neighbor,
of
my
people that
neighbor,
actually
yeah.
beat.
Her son, his mother decided to beat him. This was the only time I heard of her, and I never went near that woman again. She came back to our own apartment because my mom was a nurse. That please help us. Her heels was in this boy's head.
In this case, we totally admonish that. See, we aren't monsters
Some
here,
people are
right?
wicked, though.
See,
Some
we
people
are
are serious.
we are not monsters here. We are not monsters.
Okay, no,
Alright,
no, no,
we
you don't
totally
know what-
admonish
But
that.
you understand what we're trying to say? Sorry, let me just say something.
Of course I-
If we're talking about people beating with love, this will be a discussion. You know that, right? We're talking about people that take it to extreme levels.
Yeah, this is bad, of
Ones that-
course.
Yes,
This is bad.
yes.
That's why I say
Majority.
my mother corrected him with love,
Drugging is
and he's
not bad,
changed.
it's done
And
correct.
see,
Exactly.
Precious, we're
Okay.
talking about
So
love.
a lot of people
Majority
overdo
of
this
people
thing.
don't beat their
They
children with love.
overdo it.
They overdo it, majority. Now look at
You know
see
when
the
your
reason.
parents are flawed
See,
too, right?
see the
That's
reason.
just flawed
See the
too.
reason.
They should
Parents, what are our parents doing? They are working here and there to take care of us, right? You understand? So when they go out to work, they're already frustrated with a lot of jobs that they're doing and the rest. You understand? So if they come home, for example, and maybe we broke the plate. So with the frustration outside, they transfer aggression on you.
That's very
Okay,
bad.
but
It
I-
totally
happens.
wrong.
It happens in almost
Yeah.
every family.
I just want
totally
to
wrong.
say
It
like,
happens.
But just because people abuse something, alright, just because people take it to the extreme, doesn't mean that it's totally wrong.
It is totally wrong.
No, Jacob, it's totally wrong.
If
Okay,
the law,
Precious. But you're
I
saying
can
it's
comfortably
exceptional.
don't beat me out, I'll see you.
I can comfortably tell you that, right? I am who I am today, right?
Because of
Most of the
what-
things I know, I am because of the corrections my
I
parents
am
gave to me.
comfortably telling you that.
With
I
the
am
corrections,
not who I am because of
precious.
It
But it is not
Corrections
changing.
with
Okay,
beating or
I'm
corrections
listening.
like
No, no,
verbal
no,
discussion. With beating or verbal
But
discussion.
discussion.
Which
I just
which helps you
You
more?
correct
Look,
the children.
they
I feel like
employ-
it helps
first
you
of all,
more.
they started with verbal. Alright, I was not
So
responding.
it's the beating that worked more.
That
Because
worked
even in a
perfectly.
situation where like it's your own toy, you break your own toy, they're beating you. Where's my thing? It's bad. I'm upset that I spoiled my own toy, but you're still going to beat me for it. You get there's different scenarios where people actually.
No, but then you didn't buy this stuff now.
But wait,